Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport. We are fast running out of weekends in 2023, but there was still plenty of racing from around the world. We have already talked about the Brazilian Grand Prix. I'm certain you good people have watched. Leave a like and a comment. So in this video we will be discussing the final round of the World Endurance Championship, the 8 hours of Bahrain, the final round of Super GT from Motegi, the final round of NASCAR from Phoenix, the final round of Formula Regional Americas from COTA, and not the final round of World TCR and TCR Australia together at Sydney. So with all that, make sure you subscribe and let's jump right in. So we start with the World Endurance Championship and the 8 hours of Bahrain. Both Toyotas were fighting for the championship, but both Ferraris had a slim chance if something happened. Well, something happened to the number 7 Toyota, taken out by the Cadillac team. They went to the back and had to charge through the field. The Van Wall also spun with several LMP2 cars around it. Van Wall's disappointing first WEC season came to an end after a couple of hours with the returning Ryan Briscoe pulling into the pits. A sad end to a difficult year. I really hope they don't give up on this, but there is definite work to do. The race did not live up to expectations. I have spoken of my absolute hatred for the Bahrain circuit previously, and funnily enough, 8 hours of it does not make it better. The number 7 Toyota got up to second and spent the race chasing the number 8, but they were way behind. Ferrari couldn't get close to challenge, Porsche were running behind the customer team. Ferrari nearly completely imploded with less than a couple hours left, making contact at turn 8 in a move that will not go down well in Maranello. Number 8 Toyota won the race and the Hypercar Championship. Team WRT won the LMP2 race and the championship. But the big news was the Iron Dames winning the final GTE race and becoming the first all-female crew to win in a World Endurance Championship race. This was a dull race to end what has 100% been the championship of the year. I look forward to more in 2024 with Alpine and Lamborghini and others joining a much different field of just hypercars and GT3s. A hopefully much more mixed field of cars and top quality drivers. Keep your eyes on this series. The final Super GT race at Motegi could see any number of drivers winning the championship. Well, it was a wet race. It didn't rain too hard, so it didn't really affect the race too much. And the race itself was exceptionally clean, a very high standard of driving in Super GT. We did get the rain returning for the last 10 laps or so, but otherwise a very good Super GT race. I'm not going to go through everything in this race, but there were some fantastic overtakes in this one. Giuliano Alesi in particular pulled a stunning move around the outside. There were not too many incidents in this race either, other than this one crash that took out Kakedoshi and Ota, but drama in the last 5 laps after Mitsunori Takaboshi spun from the lead, losing the championship in the process. Kadai Tsukabokoshi was charging on the wet tyres in the closing laps, but he couldn't catch the top 2. With Tomo Miyata and Sho Tsuboi win the race and the championship, Miyata doing the Super Formula and Super GT double, and Sho Tsuboi winning a second championship in Super GT. Fantastic year of racing. If you're not watching Super GT, you sure as hell should be. Shout out to Yuji Tachikawa, who retires after 27 years racing in this series and taking 3 championships on the way. Roll on 2024. The final NASCAR race of 2023 came to us from Phoenix, Arizona. 4 drivers could win the championship. Former champion Kyle Larson, William Byron, Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney. Christopher Bell's championship hopes ended in the wall. A brake problem led him to disaster. William Byron was a few places ahead of Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney at the restart. Ryan Blaney caught and passed Byron for the lead with 100 to go and was soon fighting for the lead of the race. Ross Chastain would win a fairly dull race, but Ryan Blaney took his first NASCAR Cup after nearly a decade in the series. This was the first time he'd ever made it to the Final 4, so congrats to him. I hate NASCAR, the playoffs are stupid. The racing is often boring, but there is occasional glimpses of something worth watching, and with a few changes, NASCAR could be an exciting race series to watch in the future. Just not right now. World Touring Cars was down under with only a few rounds left in the series for 2023. It was time to invade the TCR Australia series and make all the locals look like amateurs. Sydney was the first of 2 venues in Australia for the World TCR Championship, and we had 3 races to get through. Race 1 took place in the dark, which always seems like a good idea on paper. Actually, the locals put up more of a fight here than they did in Europe and South America, although reigning Australia champion Tony D'Alberto was the first casualty of the weekend. Santiago Arusha and Zach Suter would both be out fairly shortly after, and so we got a safety car. Then it started raining and everyone went off. Complete madness, and it changed the order completely. That brought out the red flag, which took the racing back a lap. In fairness, that was the correct decision. The Lynx & Co. came good towards the end of the race and started making progress, with Jan Erleche going from 10th to 3rd. But the winner was TCR Australia runner Will Brown in an Audi. Race 2 started with a lot of contact and Aaron Cameron leading. Jordan Cox and Jan Erleschet both went off, which has ramifications for the TCR World Championship, with Mikel Azcona out as well. Then Girolami went off. The TCR World runners were dropping like flies. It calmed down for the second half of the race. Will Brown won again, which, given this was the reverse grid race, was pretty incredible. Could he make it free? Well, it looked like he jumped the start, but it was Aaron Cameron who was taken out in the early melee. A lot more contact as well at the start. Rob Huff won. Brown finished second but had a penalty. This was the best racing we've seen from the TCR World Tour in 2023. I would even go as far as to say I enjoyed these races. Rob Huff winning just before Macau does not bode well for anyone else racing against him on those streets. He is basically the undisputed king. With 2 rounds left, the championship is really close between Norbert Mikulitz in the Hyundai, Rob Huff in the Audi, and Jan Erleschet in the Lincoln Co. Bathurst and Macau left to go. We will find out who the champion is, and then there is the world final thing in 2024 to find out who the actual champion is. Still not a fan of this format. Finally, Formula Regional Americas from Austin, Texas. Callum Hedge sealed the title with ease in race 1. Not a lot happened. Ollie Westling spun a couple of times, but that was it. Race 2 was nothing special either. Ollie Westling at least challenged Callum Hedge and took the win at the final corner by less than a horse's nose hair. But the Kiwi took the win in race 3 and the championship. Callum Hedge is an interesting one. He could be the next Scott McLaughlin or Shane Van Gisbergen. It'll be worth seeing what he does next. In the NXT maybe, Team Penske might take an interest at the behest of McLaughlin. So that was all the racing from the previous weekend. My race of the weekend has to be Super GT from Motegi, a dramatic climax to a very interesting year of Super GT and motorsport from Japan in general. Next weekend we have basically nothing, so no roundup. Only more TCR from Australia, some rallycross and the start of the Macau Festival. Not really enough to warrant a full video, but if anything of note happens, I will cover it on this channel, which you should subscribe to right now. Leave your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.